first. Jake Quickenden is the latest star, putting his cooking skills to the test in tonight's Celebrity Masterchef.
What I make is what I just eat at home. So I've got like 5 meals up my sleeve. So if I go past those 5 meals, they're getting them again. I don't usually feel that much nerves, but if there's not a pot noodle in there, I'm struggling. Halloumi.
And hello to you too.
Halloumi.
Now, Jake Quickenden is with me now. Good
Hello.
morning.
How are you?
Now, listen, MasterChef,
Yeah.
iconic show, iconic reality TV star.
Well,
you win everything.
I mean, I've won a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've only won one, actually.
Have you? Well, you're on everything, and you always do really well.
I've always done all right, but that's because I felt comfortable on the shows that I've done.
As opposed to?
As opposed to this.
Right.
Like, this is totally out of my comfort zone. Like, I just eat cereal.
You're a dad. That can't be true.
No, and chicken nuggets.
No, oh, that's so sad.
My missus is the cook.
Right.
And I'm not. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. Like, just to test myself. And I think if you put yourself out your comfort zone, that's when you learn new things. So I really wanted to do it. And it's such a, like you say, an iconic show.
Yeah, but you know when you open those doors... Because we've all watched it. That kitchen is so familiar.
Yeah.
John and Greg are so familiar to us. But when those doors opened and you walk in, did you sort of feel scared, or do you think, no, I can do this?
I never thought I could do it. Not at one point of the show I thought I could do it. But it was weird, because I was always like, oh, this is fun. And then I was like, I've got loads of time. And then, like, there'd be, like, 2 minutes left and I'd have nothing on the plate. And that's when you start sweating. But it was just really, really fun. And everyone on there was so nice. John and Greg were great. And I just had a right laugh. So
tell us what you cooked on it, because obviously the show, your episode goes out tonight, so we don't want to reveal any of what happens at the end.
Yeah.
But tell us what you cooked and sort of...
So I did a halloumi salad, and there's not much cooking involved in that. And that's what they said. There was like, there's not much cooking. And it was supposed to have peaches and walnuts in, and I accidentally picked plums up. And there was no walnuts, so I just stuck pecans in it because they looked similar. Yeah, but that's OK, isn't it? I mean... Did you do a dressing? Nah, I just poured, like, loads of vinegar on it. Did you? But the thing is, it was the challenge where you get an ingredient. Yeah. And mine was halloumi. The only time I ever eat halloumi is at Nando's, when you just order halloumi sticks. And I thought, I can't just give them halloumi sticks. No. I've got to make a meal. So I just went... creative. I mean, wait till you see the plate. It does look great. Well, and the second thing is the one that you've practiced. So what did you cook for that? So I did steak, a fillet steak with some buttered kale and potato dauphinoise. Well, that sounds impressive. Yeah, and a cheesecake. Yeah, and you'd practice this at home? I did. I probably only made it, like, 3 times. Yeah, OK. Right, well, we can't say too much more, can we? But it was a game of 2 halves, maybe. I mean, I will say don't expect much. Don't expect much, right, OK. Congratulations on the new baby. Thank you so much. It's lovely, lovely stuff. Now, I saw this lovely clip of the gender reveal. It's such a trend these days. Yeah. Can I just ask who ordered the cake? Sophie. So, Sophie, how did she not know? So, we got the sex in an envelope and then gave that to the girl that made the cake. So you give it to the baker? Yeah, so then the baker does the food colouring. Wow, so she hadn't picked it to check, neither of you had? No. And then, of course, because you've got 2 boys already. 2 boys, yeah. Lovely boys. And she reacts because she's like, not another one. Do you know what? It was really strange, because I watched the video and just thought it was really fun. And, like, really she was laughing throughout, and obviously, like, I am a boy dad. Like, I love my boys, and I grew up with 2 brothers, so I'm so used to having boys. So for me, it was like either or. But I think Sophie having 2 boys already, she maybe set her mind on, oh, it might be a girl. Yeah. And her reaction was that of, oh, where all the girls are, and she was laughing and stuff. She was laughing. And I think there was probably a little bit of kind of, oh, I wish it was a girl, because she would have liked that. And the thing is, when you're having a baby, you do go past, like, the sort of all the tiny little baby clothes, those little dresses. She's never had that. She's never had that. Yeah, and you do have a feeling. And I don't think it was about that. She wrote on her Instagram that it wasn't about, like, going shopping, because you can do that with your boys. Like, I can't wait to take Leo and Fred shopping when they're interested in clothes. Probably not my dress sense. But it was more about, like, being there for the birth of her baby, and maybe, like, picking a wedding dress with her. They're the things maybe she's envisioned, do you know what I mean? And it's fine to feel the way. And were people cross about it then? I mean... So we sort of said there was a backlash. I mean, people were just like, people are always going to have an opinion. Sophie and myself were never not grateful. I cannot wait to be a dad again to another beautiful little boy, as long as he's healthy and everything goes all right with Soph. Like, people are bound to have an opinion just because she seemed a little disappointed that it wasn't a girl.
But is this one of the downsides of social media? Like, is there a bit of you just thought, I wish we hadn't pulled that up now? It's like, it's not worth it?
I mean, of course, but do you know what? I actually thought it was quite brave of Soph to admit that maybe she did feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's really brave. And people are always going to have opinions. You can't get away from that. And that's fine. People are entitled to opinions. If you put yourself out there and you're on TV or you're on Instagram, people are going to have opinions. And Soph wasn't too fussed about that either. She was like, this is how it made me feel. And I think it is... I think a
bit of a taboo subject in many ways.
I think a lot of women, maybe if they've got 2 boys or 2 girls and then their third one is the same sex, there might be that little bit, oh, I kind of wanted a boy that time. But after 10 seconds of that initial, where are all the girls at, she was like, oh, my God, it's going to be amazing.
Well, you know, like in Indian culture, like, everyone wants a boy. I mean, it's a big thing. I'm the third of 3 sisters. So, like, all throughout my childhood, all I heard was my mum's best friends going, oh, when you were born, everybody cried. We all cried. Everybody was so miserable. I'm like, thanks very much. You know what I mean? But it's like a real cultural thing. I mean, we try to change that in this generation. We're like, no, you know, we give out sweets, you know, sweet foods, even when it's a girl and all this sort of stuff. But listen, I must talk. So, in January, the new baby, lovely new boy, is due. But you've got a massive... stage show coming up as well.
Yeah, I'm going on tour at the end of January, so I actually
doing
Rita, Sue and Bob too.
Saucy.
Saucy show. Classic. Like, what a great film.
You're Bob.
I'm Bob. It's my first lead, which I'm so excited about.
And you've got to kiss someone properly. So I was saying to you before we came on air, how's your wife going to feel about you snogging someone on stage?
Well, you've just revealed that. I never told her.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
sorry.
You know what it is? It's acting, innit? And these things aren't ever emotional because you've got people all around. You've got intimacy director that helps you with all those bits. So you're getting everything right. I'm just so buzzing that it's my first lead show. It's such an iconic film. I had the auditions for it and I was surprised I got it myself. So I'm just really hoping I do a good job in it.
Yeah.
And it's wicked. I did book the job before we knew Soph was pregnant. So it's not like, I'm like, oh.
January's going to be a busy time.
January's going to be a busy time. But luckily I can get home quite a lot, which is great.
Wow.
Yeah, buzzing.
You've got a lot on your plate, no pun intended.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you in.
Thank you.
Celebrity Masterchef continues tonight at 8 p.m.